In today's world, our workplace is characterized by constantly increasing usage of digital technologies and fast-paced work processes. We, as working people, have to adapt to this changing situation. For example, frequent online messages that we receive via different digital channels tempt us to react immediately, thus distracting us non-stop from what we are doing. We do not determine our actions ourselves, but mostly react to outside events. Why do we allow this to happen? Mainly because we as humans strive for reward. Our behavior is designed to react as quickly as possible as an effort to please others. Digital technologies have become an inevitable part of our life and work. Their main role is to facilitate our working process and communication. However, the more we use and depend on digital technologies, the more they become a burden instead of an ease. The technology development that made it possible to be 24/7 online, but being reachable 24/7 at work is not beneficial for us as humans. These are some of the reasons why stress caused by use of digital technologies is becoming more and more an issue for the working people nowadays. In order to be able to prevent and manage digital stress, we should first develop our self-awareness, especially about using digital technology. The goal of this first module of the Stressless online training is to help you improve self-awareness in order to consciously perceive and rethink your own digital technology behavior and to be able to apply improved structures in your everyday work in order to prevent and manage stress. In this module, you will learn about the importance of self-awareness regarding the use of digital technologies in everyday work, the basics and methods of reflecting on and changing your own behavior when using digital technologies at work. If we are not aware how to use digital technologies wisely in order to boost our productivity, we will fall into the trap of being non-stop at work but never able to finish all our tasks. We have to know how to resist the pressure to comply with messages requesting our attention and demands on our time. Instead, we should be able to prioritize our tasks for an active and self-determined working life. Digital technologies should assist us in our work and not create stress and cause burnout. In order to be on the same page, let's define what self-awareness is. Self-awareness concerns knowing one's internal states, like feelings and emotions, one's resources, strengths and weaknesses, one's preferences, drives, values, prejudices, and one's needs and impact on others. When speaking about self-awareness at work, and especially work in digital environment, it is extremely important to understand how the use of digital technologies affects our feelings and emotions and our behavior. One of the main ways to build self-awareness is through self-reflection. What does self-reflection actually mean? Self-reflection is a term that is used quite frequently in our everyday lives. But what exactly is meant by self-reflection? Here is the definition. Self plus reflection equals self-reflection. Self is a generic term for all information that a person possesses, processes, collects, and uses in connection with his or her own person. Reflection is an active process in which a person thinks about and critically examines his or her own actions and experiences. Self-reflection is an active process of questioning one's own emotions and actions in order to learn about oneself and one's individual behaviors. In order to deal with negative emotions, we have to think deeply about the reasons for them. Once we identify and understand the cause of some negative emotions related to digital technologies at work, we can take actions to avoid them or at least minimize them. An efficient self-reflection usually proceeds in a 5-step process, which is then repeated again and again. This is the cycle of self-reflection. The first step of the process is awareness. First, we have to be fully aware of what is happening in the present moment, what is the situation or the problem we are in. The second step is conscious perception. We have to focus on our emotions and feelings. Next, we have to set goals. For self-reflection, setting our own goals is important. This is the only way to check later on whether the reflection was successful. Third, if we want to change the situation or find the solution for the problem, we have to set goals about what we want to achieve. The fourth step is to plan concrete actions. This will be how we change our behavior or attitude in order to achieve goals. The main focus here is on the effectiveness of the individual measures and whether they lead to achieving the goal. The last step is integrating experience. The newly gained experience must be integrated in our future behavior and attitude, and that is the final step. We analyze the results from our adapted behavior or attitude, and if they are satisfying, we apply this behavior or attitude in future similar situations. If not, we continue looking for possible improvements by starting a new reflection cycle. Next, we are offering you a set of activities which will help you build awareness about your work in digital environment and help you change your behavior and attitude in order to prevent and manage digital stress.